Hi there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces, introducing you to the Napoleon Allure Vertical series. At the end of this video, I'll give you a couple of other options that are vertical that you could compare these ones to. So the Napoleon Vertical, as you can see, can be installed a couple of different ways. The top one we've put as far into the wall as we can make it, and the bottom one is surface mounted, so it's on the wall. There's nothing in the wall. These units are very tall and slim, with the intent that the back end will fit between the studs in a typical home. So your 2x4 walls in your home, the framing behind the drywall, normally would have 16-inch spaces between them, and the back end of these fireplaces will fit into that 16-inch space. So in theory, you could cut through the drywall between two studs and put one of these fireplaces into the wall between the studs. If you're not able to do that, they've also allowed for it to be surface mounted, which is what we've done with our bottom one. So we show one of each here just to give you an idea of the flexibility on the installation. There are actually two different sizes here. So the top one with the little birch logs is 38 inches tall, and the bottom one is 32 inches tall. So there's a 6-inch difference in the height, but the width is identical, the depth is identical. It has typical Napoleon flames for their electrics, so yellow, orange, and blue, and I can change those up and change those colors to suit the mood that I want. I can also change the colors underneath the crystal bed, so that can be changed. And you can see that there's a side light here on my bottom unit. So because that glass at the side of the fireplace is going to be visible, they've added a light feature to give it a little more interest. So I can turn those lights on or off, and I can change the color of them. And I can have that off if I don't wish to see that highlight. So there are a lot of things you can do with the colors, just like you could on any of the Napoleon electrics that we carry. It's fully functioning. It also has a heater in it, so these will warm up a space about 400 square feet like any of our other electrics that connect to 120 volts. The heater doesn't have to be on for the flames to be on, and the heat actually comes out from the top of the unit. So the heat is going to come out here and come down over the glass, and this glass is slightly tilted back so that you're not looking at a heat vent. The heat vent is tucked up, and then the heat comes down over the glass and into the space. So a really nice feature in the way that they've kept it sleek and not put a heat vent that's really visible for you. So we have the Napoleon Allure Vertical series. The heaters are fully thermostat controlled. Just like most Napoleon electrics, you can control the heat output, set the temperature the way you want it, and then it will regulate itself on and off, or just use it without the heater, so it's year-round use. Other verticals that I would compare these to, really there are not a lot of vertical orientations. So Amati has a couple. They have their Cube series, which is definitely deeper. It's surface mount only, or it can sit on a couple of different bases and just be a freestanding unit. Amati also makes, in their TrueView series, a big brother for the Cube, so wider, taller than the Cube, about the same depth, and it is more versatile in the installation. The 2939 TrueView can be partially installed, fully installed, or wall mounted, so it has a little more versatility. But those are definitely chunkier vertical options from Amati. So these ones are very slim and trim. The Amati versions would be a little bit beefier, but that means they also have bigger logs inside for the media kits. Heat output would be the same, just a different aesthetic in terms of the depth and the boxiness of the style, but definitely still a vertical orientation. So you can look those up on our website. These are the Napoleon Allure Vertical. You can find those at stylishfireplaces.ca, search by brand, and then look for other wall mount. These are not linear, so you're not going to find them with the linear fireplaces. They are quite unique, so we have a category called Other Wall Mount under Napoleon at stylishfireplaces.ca.